Should Muslims who choose to live here have to assimilate to the values of the United States? Well, according to one Washington Post columnist, the answer is no. Shadi Hamid's latest column is titled "Muslims Shouldn't Have to Assimilate to Belong," in which he decries Congress's anti-Sharia caucus, tries to convince the reader that Muslims are culturally similar to Republicans. But then he runs into a little problem, writing Muslims can't disavow Sharia law altogether because it also includes guidelines on how to pray and how to fast. But what about Sharia's law stance on stoning women and tossing gays off buildings? Surely they can disavow that part, right? Joining us now, Dr. Zuhdi Jasser. He is the founder of the Islamic Forum for Democracy. Also with us, Newsmax foreign policy analyst, Dr. Waleed Phares. Let's start off with you, Dr. Jasser. What do you think about that sentiment of that article that no, Muslims shouldn't have to assimilate to American values?
Well, it's completely off the mark, and it actually takes Americans for fools. We fought wars in the Cold War against the Soviet Union, and we allowed Soviet dissidents in, but filtered against those who believed in the Soviet ideology. As Muslims, Shadi Hamid is on the Qatar payroll for most of the work that he's done. So the Qataris are in bed with the Muslim Brotherhood, which is the Sunni version of the Islamists of the Khomeinis in Iran. So Muslim dissidents that are against political Islam and Islamic theocracy, absolutely. That's what my family's about. That's the future of American security, is working with Muslim dissidents. But Islamists who believe in Sharia law, Sharia supremacism and theocracy, they're the enemy of America, and they can't hide under the guise of faith in order to then come in and stimulate radicalization within our community.
Dr. Phares, what do you think about the Washington Post publishing such an article?
Well, first of all, Zuhdi is absolutely right. That's what it is. If you want to come here and assimilate, you can. You have some traditions, you can, but you don't create settlements inside the United States and give them power. Once you have land and power, you are a secessionist, and that's not just not acceptable by the U.S., but by all the countries around the world. With regard the Washington Post has attacked me when I made that same point. Like 10 years ago, they ran a smear campaign against me simply because I said that the jihadists are the one, not the Muslims, the jihadists, known also as Islamists, are the ones who are encouraging these communities. These communities are coming from the Middle East, like Jasser's family, my family, but I'm not Muslim. And this is what the Washington Post, backed by Qatar, backed by the Muslim Brotherhood, and God knows by any other financial power, is running stories against the people like us who are trying to educate the American public.
Yeah, let's get at this real quick. Rupert Lowe, who has been a huge advocate combating gang rape culture in the UK, he posted on X writing that there is a link between the rape gangs and one particular religion. We have seen it time and time again and again at our inquiry that religion is Islam. As a country, we must have the courage to face up to that fact. What do you think about this, Dr. Jasser? Because obviously this does not include all Muslims. But what is going on in Europe that these gangs almost feel emboldened to do whatever they want?
Yeah, Europe is really in trouble, and America really, in our history, has the solution to political Islam, which is we were founded on the fight against theocracy. Europe has not been able to as countries that are founded in racial identities, language identities, with democratic history, they're going to have a hard time fighting against a political, theopolitical movement, which is why they seem to be emboldened to endorse rapes and all these other things that immigrants come in, because they see themselves as acquiring, as invading. And that's why we have to really endorse why Americanism is a solution to political Islam.
Doctors, we have to leave it right there. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Before we go, did the Iran